Good day, English warriors! I'm Teacher Julie, and I will be your guide in facing exciting challenges and fun-filled adventure in the fascinating world of English 10. So, make your weapons ready. Your pen, paper, and self-learning mojo. Let the battle begin. Last time, we already talked about the 3 kinds of sources. Can you enumerate them again? If your answers are primary, secondary, and tertiary, you're correct. Today, we're going to talk more about those kinds of sources. To start our lesson, we're going to play a game. Are you excited? I'm going to show you some words and you have to identify whether they're primary, secondary, or tertiary sources. Do you still remember the meanings of those? Let's see. First word, speech. Is it primary, secondary, or tertiary? If you answered primary, that's correct.
Wow.
Speech is a primary source because we can get information directly from the person who is speaking. It means that it is original. Next, evaluation. Is it primary, secondary, or tertiary? If you answered secondary, you're great! Wow! It's a secondary source because it interprets only a primary source. Next, video recording. Is it primary, secondary, or tertiary? If your answer is primary, you're correct again. It is primary because the person experiences it at the time the event happens. Do you remember? That's what primary source means. Next, encyclopedia. Is it primary, secondary, or tertiary? If your answer is tertiary, fabulous! It is tertiary because this is only a collection of primary and secondary sources. That's why we can get a lot of things from encyclopedia, right? Because it comes from different kinds of sources. Did you get it? Next, poem. Is it primary, secondary, or tertiary? It's primary. Are you correct? It is primary because it's somebody's own work. It means that it's original and nobody can get your own work, right? If that happens, then you might go to jail.
Oh, no.
You don't want that. Next, graph or chart. Is it primary, secondary, or tertiary? If your answer is secondary, awesome! You got it right! Graphs and charts are used to interpret primary sources. Remember, you need to gather data so that you can make a chart or a graph. You can do a survey, you can get information from written text or in other sources. In that case, we evaluate and interpret those primary sources. That makes it a secondary source. You did great in our activity a while ago. I'm very happy that you still remember what primary, secondary, and tertiary sources are. For the next phase of our lesson, we're going to talk about the 6 characteristics that information should have. The first characteristic that information should have is accuracy. But when can we say that information has accuracy? If it's reliable, useful, free from flaws or mistakes, and of high quality. That's how we can say that information is accurate. But how can we get information that is accurate? I know that most of you, including me, search most of the information from the internet. So how can we say that it's reliable? And which is the most reliable site where we can get information? If the website ends with .gov, .org, or .edu, it means that the information there is reliable and accurate. So next time that you search in the internet, you try to look at the end part of that URL. If it's .org, .gov, or .edu, it means that the information is reliable. But how about .com? .com is also reliable, but take note that .com is for the people who make businesses or make money. Other sources where you can get accurate information are nonfiction. We also have journals, textbooks, dictionaries, and encyclopedias. But for encyclopedias, you need to check the dates first. Okay? So next time that you research information and you want the accurate one, search for those things that we talked about a while ago. Second is completeness. Of course, the information should provide all the things we need to know. It answers the WH questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. That's how we can know that the information is complete. Number 3, timeliness. We need to get updated information. It means that information that is current and recent. Take note that information is valid and reliable when it's published from 10 years ago up to present. For example, you can get only information from 2010 until 2020. Number 4 is consistency. We need to remember that for the information to be useful and accurate, it should be consistent. It does not give you more or less information about a topic or an event when it happened. It's consistent when it's done in the same way over time so as to be fair and accurate. Number 5, it should be relevant. When we say relevant, it suits the demand, needs, and interest of the readers. Because if the information is not relevant, not related or connected to you, do you think you'll be interested in reading it? I don't think so. That's why relevance is important. And number 6, the last one, uniqueness. Information should be distinct. If you have the same information, but the way it's delivered or presented to the readers is a bit different from the rest, then that makes your information unique. Because when something is different, we get interested to it. Is it right? So, what are the 6 characteristics that information should have again? First, accuracy. Second, completeness. Third, timeliness. Fourth, consistency. 5, relevance. And 6, uniqueness. I hope that you remember those characteristics when you search information online or in different materials. That ends our class, and don't forget to be a good researcher. always bear in mind the 6 characteristics and also the kinds of sources that you can use in getting accurate and reliable information. That's all, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye!